walk it out. Now walk it out. Now walk it out. Now walk it out.
How's it been for you, your spot on this team and the role that you've been filling here?
It's been great. Honestly, I think coming in to the club, I knew with it being like a brand new club, a new league, and being one of the more experienced players that I was going to have a leadership role and that there's going to be a lot of responsibilities and expectations on me. But where I'm at in my career, I welcome that, and that's kind of what I'm looking forward to because, it's the end of my career, and I think it's, my responsibility and a privilege to have that type of role and to leave, this club and the game in a better place by, mentoring the younger players and giving them a good environment to grow.
Leadership qualities. What do you think are some of those qualities that you possess that makes you the leader that you are on this team?
I would just say I'm really consistent, I think, and a lot of my leadership is by example. So just doing the right things off the field that maybe my teammates don't necessarily see firsthand, but allow me to show up at training every day, compete to the best of my ability. Just again, holding people accountable. Like, I'm a very verbal leader as well, very demanding. So, I'm the first to criticize, but I also am the first to compliment when someone does something right and puts in a good effort. So again, I think being that consistent leader that's showing up every day, getting it done, because I think it's really hard to be a leader if you're not taking care of yourself and being a leader by example. And then just going into every game knowing again that I have a lot of experience, so there's going to be a lot of reliability on me and just the position that I play centrally. So I hold myself to the standard that I need to be one of, if not the best player on the field every game, and if I can do that, then we have a pretty good chance of getting a win.
Let's talk about your teammates for a second. Who have you seen the most growth from this year as a leader?
As a leader, just in general, I think I obviously play next to Gracie Bryan a lot, and I think she's improved a lot from the beginning of the season, and it's kind of like a running joke that she has a leash attached to me and go where Amber goes and kind of learn from her. But leadership-wise, I think, Allie Thornton's up top, so it's a little bit harder sometimes to be a leader when you're a striker, but I think she's obviously put a lot of goals in the back of the net for us, and is probably the hardest worker day in and day out, honestly. Even though she plays the striker position, she's the first to defend. I think Jenna from the back, she's a little bit quieter, but she just gets it done consistently. She's there to make the tackles when you need it. Hannah, again, I think is a little bit more vocal in the back line and puts in a good effort every game. So yeah, I think there's been a lot of growth from players that maybe haven't been in a position where they're playing consistently or they're relied upon, and they are, and I think quite a few have stepped up to the occasion.
How do you have some of those tough conversations if you do see a teammate that needs to maybe step up to the plate, especially when it comes down to the end of the season and you do have playoffs on the horizon?
For me, I think I relate it back to the core values and the standards that we came up with as players. And there's 5 of them, and I think because we agreed upon them ourselves, we can hold each other to them, and we are the first to reiterate it's not personal, like anything that happens between the lines, just because we want the team to succeed. So it's hard because we are women, and there's a lot of feelings involved, but again, we have our standards, values, we have what our goals are, and whatever needs to happen between the lines to make that happen, it's fair game. And off the field, I think we have a good base and a good structure of trust that we can get after it on the field when we need to.
And as a leader of this team, what is the message that you would want to send to everybody as you're going down this stretch here?
We just got to lock in. Obviously, we've seen every game is a tough game. We've put ourselves in a good position, but things change very quickly. And again, we have to take it game by game because every opponent deserves that type of attention because there just is so much quality. So I think, we can start in a little bit looking forward to the idea of playoffs, but for right now, we have to stay locked in each game and take it game by game because, at the end of the day, if we do make playoffs, it comes down to one game at a time. So it's good to get that practice in now where, hey, this game, this upcoming weekend, this is our championship game. And if we can take care of business the next 6 games and then hopefully be in a position to just win 2 games and we're champions.
Game by game?
Yep, exactly.
Great, perfect.
Yep. Thank you.
you.
Yep.